Welcome or welcome back. For today's recipe, I will show you exactly how to make these creamy, cheesy, crispy, twice baked potatoes. So good, can't get enough of it. Perfect side dish for any meal. Let's start cooking. Go ahead and preheat your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I am going to wash my potatoes, just washed it, patting it dry. This is rosette potatoes. If you do not have rosette potatoes, you could use Yukon Gold as well. Pressing the potatoes with a fork to help it cook even more evenly. Now I'll place the potatoes on a lined tray with foil, seasoning with salt and pepper and oil. After seasoning, I will spread them apart and lay them evenly to roast in the oven. While that is being done, I'll move on to preparing my bacon. Pork bacon is more flavorful, of course, and better for this recipe, but since not everyone in my household eats pork, I will use turkey bacon. But do use pork bacon if you do eat bacon. Pork bacon, that is. And as always, the list of ingredients is listed down below. Now I'll move on to slicing my green onions, which I'll be using inside of the stuffing and for additional topping on top as well. Slicing it like so. Next, I will chop some fresh parsley. Here I have some fresh thyme as well. All of this I'll just be using as garnish on top. And of course, that's additional flavor. For another topping, I'll be using diced tomatoes as well. Diced up, let's move on. Here I have the bacon that I just cooked. I will be chopping that as well. Now, these are the remaining ingredients which is needed: sour cream, buttermilk, room temperature butter, cheese blend. I'm using the nacho blend, gruyere cheese. You could play around with the types of cheese that you would like. It's not the only type that you could use, so you could use your favorite cheeses as well. I'm going to blend both cheeses together. Yeah, so here we go. Now the potatoes is ready. As you can see, I'm going to press it with a fork just to demonstrate that it is cooked fully. Let it rest for about 10 minutes, and next I'll move on to cutting it in half lengthwise and carefully remove the flesh in the middle. Do leave some parts around the edge so the shell doesn't lose all of its integrity. So I'll remove it carefully like so. Let's do it one more time. The flesh that we're removing, that's what we'll be using to prepare the stuffing. After doing so, I will place the shells back in the oven for about 10 minutes to help crisp up the shell and help it remain full, or help it to keep its shape, sorry. Now while that is being done, I'll move on to preparing the stuffing. I mash up the potatoes. I'm adding half of the butter in there. Next, I'll add the green onions, buttermilk, sour cream, mix it around a bit. Next, I'll add half the cheese and I'll reserve the other half for putting on the top. Also half of the bacon. Season with salt and pepper for taste. Look at this, guys. Looks so luscious. Trust me. This is delicious. perfect side dish for whatever time of year that may be. But especially the holidays around the corner, you'll be doing your dinner for your family. This is one of the side dishes that you should try. Now the toppings is done, the stuffing is done. I'm going to stuff that in the potatoes. Like so. There you see, done. Then place some cheese on top, layer it. Then I'm adding my tomatoes, green onion, some bacon, a little bit of butter on top to keep it moist. And I do want to add that after the potatoes I took off the shell, I did switch my oven to broiling settings. And then I placed the potatoes in the oven to broil until the cheese melted. As you can see, there we go. Look at this. So yummy. And then that's the herbs that I prepared. Gonna sprinkle some on top. This one is just filled with the best ingredients and is so absolutely filled with flavor. So delicious. You could play around with your toppings as well, add caramelized onions, salted peppers. There's a lot of variations of things you could do to play with this recipe. It is not only just one type of ingredient that you can use, which makes it even better. And as always, thank you for joining, thank you for watching, and I appreciate you guys. See you next time.